Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for 50 subscribers. It means a lot to us and has been a goal for us for quite a while. So to start off, we're gonna make a video. We haven't done that in a while, so cut us a little bit of a break. And so for those who are new, you probably haven't seen many of our videos, if any. So let's just get right into it. And we're going to talk about free agency first with the NFC West and AFC East. The Patriots and Niners teams we, commentate on. So to start off, the Bills, they didn't get many huge guys. Connor McGovern, they got, Matt Milano, Taylor Rapp, Bass is back. They got Jordan Poyer, Damian Harris, Tavius Murray. The Dolphins, once again, they re-signed Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Braxton Berrios. They got David Long, Nick Needham, Ramsey, as most of you know, Deshaun Elliott, and Jake Bailey. The Jets, Aaron Rodgers, obviously, Ty Johnson, Randall Cobb, McCole Hardman, which is actually a really good signing for them. They can use him on, return specialists, so. Lazard. Solomon Thomas. Quincy Williams. Now this is weird. It also says here Connor McGovern. That's super weird. It says, offensive guard Connor McGovern signed a 3-year, $23 million contract with the Bills. And then you scroll down to the Jets, and it says center Connor McGovern re-signed with the Jets. Alright, we'll let that slide. And then, obviously, last but not least, the Patriots. Trace McSorley, we love him. James Robinson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Gesicki, Jonathan Jones, Jabril Peppers re-signed. And then, so let's go to the NFC West. So, we're going to start off with the Arizona Cardinals. Signed David Blau, Jeff Driscoll, probably because they need all the help they can get. When you play 3 or 4 different quarterbacks against one of the number one defenses, the Niners, in a game, it's not going to go well for you, and they learned that. They got Corey Clement re-signed, Zach Pascal. No one really huge. They let go of Hopkins. They re-signed Prater, signed Matt Hake. Rams, Hunter Long, Coleman Shelton, and Marquise Copeland. That's it.
And obviously also got rid of Jalen Ramsey.
Yes. Seattle re-signed Drew Lock, re-signed Geno Smith. They got Evan Brown. They got Mario Edwards, Dermont Jones, Devin Bush, Bobby Wagner, Julian Love. And then finally the 49ers. We all know and love them. Brandon Allen. They signed Sam Darnold, which was a very surprising one for me at least. I feel like, though, they need the extra depth.
So I don't even know who's going to start. It's either going to be Purdy. Lance is not going to start.
I mean, there's always a chance, but I feel like Lance is gone.
Yeah, I do too.
And on that topic, if he's gone, I think a main striking point would be the Vikings. They might trade a couple second-round picks and maybe a few fourths, and they could get Daniel Hunter. Is a trade offer that's kind of up in the air right now. I've seen they re-signed Ross Dwelly and Jake Brendel. Kevin Givens, they signed John Hargrave, they got Isaiah Oliver, pretty good, need the depth in the cornerbacks. Zane Gonzalez, they got from the Panthers, which I guess, you can't always trust a rookie kicker that you get in the third round. They're good, but not good enough. So
They also lost Emmanuel Mosey, Jimmy Ward, Mike McGlinchey.
yeah. Also re-signed Tayshaun Gibson. And so that's their main thing. So now that we've talked about free agency, let's get into kind of a popular topic right now, and that's the running back strike that is happening. So, from what we understand, these running backs, Saquon Barkley,
Josh
Jacobs, and Tony Pollard started this. So they didn't get good offers, even though they deserve them. So they kind of took this really, really personally, and so they are now holding off.
And a lot of the running backs on social media are joining with them.
Yeah, so running backs like Derrick Henry are joining. So,
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
And so these running backs, I think they're just fighting. From what I've heard, they're just fighting with them, but they're not actually holding out like Saquon is. Or Pollard. I think Pollard's holding out. And these guys aren't going to, from what I've heard, I don't think they're going to sign with any teams either unless they get an offer they deserve.
Yes. I think Saquon Barkley has said he's been thinking about holding out. Same with Josh Jacobs.
It's not guaranteed, but, it's, for those of you guys who have seen the movie The Replacements, it's kind of like it's the strike all over again, except they're not marching out with signs in front.
And even more running backs that gone on strike were Jonathan Taylor and Austin Eckler as well.
Yeah. And so, like I was saying, it's the Replacements all over again. It's a strike, but they're not storming outside. So, just, it's something to be aware of. Like, me and Colton are in a fantasy league, like we have said before. And if by this Friday there are 5 or more running backs that are on strike, we're going to just remove them, or that are holding out, we're just going to remove them from the league for the year. Because, there's no point. They're not going to score points.
Yeah.
Like, the high ones aren't going to score points, so.
But if if 2 running backs hold out, make sure to grab the backup of that team.
Yes.
Because that could possibly be a big
issue
for fantasy points.
Yeah. So now we're going to end off the video talking about both the Patriots and 49ers schedule. So let's...
I will look at the Patriots schedule.
Yep. Let's get into that right now. And we're going to do some record predictions.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll start off with the Patriots.
For week 1 with the Patriots, we have a special game in Gillette at 4:25 p.m. September 10th. Eagles versus Patriots. Tom Brady is going to be at that game for a presentation.
Yeah.
And I think the Eagles will win this game.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
14 points.
At least. So that's week 1. What's week 2?
Week 2 is September 17th, 8:20 p.m. primetime game. Dolphins versus Patriots. And I think the Dolphins and Patriots split the series this season like they did last year. So I'm going to take the Patriots by 1 possession.
All right. Next up is Patriots.
The Patriots Jets.
Yeah.
I think they'll split. I think Patriots and Jets will split as well. And I think the Jets will win this one by 3 points.
Yeah, for me, I feel like the Jets are going to get a hot start with Aaron Rodgers, but then they're just going to get a little cocky, and then, or something's going to happen, like a big injury to someone like maybe Breece Hall or Garrett Wilson, or even someone on their defense, and then that's just going to destroy their team. And so, next up is Patriots versus Cowboys. And
I think it will be a close game, but I got the Cowboys.
I also have the Cowboys winning.
The Patriots start off the year, in my opinion, 1-3.
Yeah. Next up is Saints Patriots. And
this will be a close game.
I feel like the Patriots are going to come into this as minor underdogs, but I think they're going to pull away with a win because with the Saints, Derek Carr is a talented quarterback.
Right now.
Yeah, he's a talented quarterback.
Perform good.
Yeah, if he doesn't perform good, it's the end of him. Like I said, he's a talented quarterback, but I feel like the Saints, what do they have? They have Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara when he shows up to the game. Their defense is good, but not great. I feel like the Patriots have a shot at this. If Mac Jones can show up, they'll be pretty good for that game. So right now we have them at 2 and 3. Yes.
And next game against Patriots Raiders, I think the Raiders are going to be terrible this year.
Yeah, the Raiders losing out on Josh Jacobs, losing out on Derek Carr. What they have Devontae Adams and Max Crosby. And as a 49ers fan, they have one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. Jimmy Garoppolo is not that guy. And even if he is that guy, he might not even be able to play. Dude failed his physical. So that's going to be a problem.
So
we have Patriots there.
3-3 after the Raiders win.
Next up is
and now
Bills.
Patriots. The Bills and Patriots usually always split. I think they'll split again.
I think the Patriots are going to set the tone on this series with a win here.
Yeah.
4-3.
4-3.
Patriots Dolphins, like we said, splitting the series. This time the Patriots win.
No, I think it was the Dolphins because Patriots won week 2.
Okay, yeah. So Dolphins win that one.
So it moves them to 4-4 on the season.
Next up, you have Snyderless Commanders.
And I say the Patriots take this one.
Patriots will probably take this one to move them to 4-4. Next up is the Colts vs. Patriots. This one, I think, could be interesting. I do
think the Pats are going to pull away.
Yeah, the Patriots can pull away. It depends. Is Jonathan Taylor there? Is he still holding out? Is Anthony Richardson any good at all?
So I think that would make them, the Patriots, 6-4. Let me just see.
Yeah, 6-4.
Yeah, 6-4.
That's gonna be a close one. Next up, Giants Patriots. Once again, a huge what if. Is Saquon playing?
Or is he not? And to be honest, Saquon's like that whole team. When Saquon's not playing, that team's not that good.
And especially is Daniel Jones hurt that game?
Yeah.
I mean, you have Darren Waller now, but we don't know if he can perform well.
Yeah, because he did not do really anything last year.
I mean, we've seen he's a good tight end, but can he perform well with a below average, mediocre quarterback who gets injured 24/7?
Maybe.
I think for this one, just because of all the what ifs, I'm gonna give it to the Patriots.
Yes.
Putting them at 7-4.
7-4.
Chargers Patriots.
I say the Chargers.
Chargers are winning this. I don't like the Chargers. I don't like any LA team. The Chargers took so many TCU players, and I'm a TCU fan, so I was hoping they go to a decent team. But even with all this young talent, there's just, there's no way of saying if it's going to do good, but I feel like it is. I feel like it's going to click. I feel like Herbert, even without Eckler, Herbert, I think, is going to have a good season. I think he's going to have a playback season. We've seen it. Trevor Lawrence had a bounce-back season.
Yeah.
It's possible for these young guys to bounce back after not great seasons.
That would make them 7-5.
Yeah.
And then against the Steelers, this is going to be a really close game.
Yep. But I do feel like it's going to be a Steelers win, and I'm going to say why. Because with Pickett, once again, young quarterback, I think Pickett is going to go insane this year. I think Pickett is going to do great. I don't think he's going to do great against all games. But I think with the teams who struggle a little bit on the defensive side of it, I think like the Patriots don't struggle on the defensive side, but it's not, they're not consistent enough. And if they're not consistent against Najee Harris or George Pickens or Deontay Johnson or Kenny Pickett, it's going to come back at them. So I feel like I'm going to give this one to the Steelers.
Which would make the Patriots 7-6.
Chiefs, Patriots.
Don't have to explain that one.
Chiefs.
Patriots, Broncos. This is going to be close.
I'm thinking it's going to be
I think the Patriots will win this.
I think the Patriots are going to win it by a field goal.
Which would make them 8-7.
Now we're coming back to the last two games.
Patriots, Bills. Who did we have win that first game?
Patriots. It's the Bills.
So we take the
8-8.
Bills to win this.
And then we had the Jets win last time.
We had the Jets win week 3 or 4.
So that makes
win the last week, making them 9-8.
Which is, I think, good enough for. I don't think
they will make the playoffs.
But it depends how the other teams do.
But again, like the Patriots can win any of the Steelers, Broncos, any of these games against any team. Like the Steelers, they can win. The Broncos, they could win or lose. It's just the Giants, they could win or lose. You just never know.
Yeah.
Like, is someone going to be hurt that week? Is someone going to have a bad game?
And another kind of layer to Buffalo game, I think one thing that's going to make that game hard is Buffalo snow. We've seen in the past can be deadly. So, yeah, that's it for the Patriots. Now, let's move on to the 49ers, who have a schedule that is not guaranteed to make them win all their games. I think they might win a lot. I don't know. We have to look into it a little more. So to start off,
for the first week they're against
the Steelers,
which I think they'll win.
I think Niners defense has been good. They've had, I think this will be their third or fourth defensive coordinator in 4 years. Defensive coordinator or head coach or offensive coordinator their defense is insane. You can put anyone there. Bosa's going to do good. Warner's going to do good. You know, I love Ambry Thomas. I feel like
Ward has progressed a lot.
Yeah. You've got a guy you just drafted, Winters, out of TCU actually. If you look at his tape, he looks like a Nick Bosa. He is you line up if you're no lineman, if I line up against that guy, I'm scared for my life. D Winters I think he has potential in the NFL if they give him a chance.
Yes.
So that's a 1-0 start for the Niners. And they could start off bad. We've seen in past. Last year they started off 0-3. They put it back together. Anything could happen. They could start off bad.
Yeah.
49ers, Rams, I think they're going to
destroy them.
They're going to sweep the Rams this year, I have a feeling. Like they always do. So 2-0.
Yeah.
Giants, Niners. Is Saquon holding out? Like we said against the Patriots. Too many what ifs. Niners win that one.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Niners. Niners win that one. Is Kyler playing Call of Duty? Or does he show up?
Yeah.
I'll
be right back.
Alright. We're gonna take a quick pause. Alright.
So
So after that break, now it is the Cowboys. This is going to be the game of the year. 49ers Cowboys. The last time these two teams met in the regular season, the Niners lost. But let's just look at this and just think about it a little bit. The Cowboys don't have Ezekiel Elliott. The Cowboys might not have Tony Pollard. The Cowboys are good at choking. The Cowboys, however, are also good in the regular season. They just like to choke in the postseason. So it could come down to a funny last play like it has done.
In the playoffs.
Yeah, but, you know, you have to think, can CeeDee Lamb perform well? Their defenses are equally as good.
Yeah.
Just because the 49ers are probably not going to get off to an amazing start like they did back in 2020, I'm going to call this a win for the Cowboys.
Yeah. So that would put them at 4-1. Against the Browns, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't.
Does Chubb join the...
So much what ifs.
Yeah.
Chubb is probably going to stay.
Does Chubb stay or does he join...
Deshaun Watson. Is Deshaun Watson going to play good?
Is Deshaun Watson going to play at all, or is he going to go back to a massage place?
We don't know.
Just because the Browns are made up of Amari Cooper, Nick Chubb, and Myles Garrett, I'm going to give this one to the Niners because that's all they have, and I don't think that's enough. Chubb can easily be stopped by the Niners defense. Garrett can be blocked, but if not, Christian McCaffrey can get past Garrett. Cooper, if Ambry Thomas can lock down DeAndre Hopkins, he can lock down Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this one to the Niners by one possession. So that'll put them at 5-1. Next up, we have 49ers.
Vikings. I think the Vikings are going to take this.
I mean, even without Dalvin Cook, it's going to be the most offensive game we have ever seen in a while. I feel like the 49ers defense I feel like there's just going to be someone injured that game, like Fred Warner or something, and then they're just not going to show up.
Yeah, and JJS.
I feel like Jefferson's going to gritty on us. And it's going to be embarrassing, but it's not going to be such an embarrassing loss that we get crushed by like 50 points or something. It's going to be like maybe a 10-point, 6-point game, something like that. 7-point game.
Yeah.
Next up, we have 49ers Bengals. And this is another one that
Could go anyway.
have the Niners
Depends
improved?
how Joe Burrow plays. And Chase.
I mean, Burrow's amazing. But I feel like Joe Mixon is a guy that might join this. I mean, if you can get caught pulling out a gun, you're gonna join it and get attention and realize how much attention you can get from it. You're gonna join a strike. I feel like Mixon might not be in this game, which could be a difference maker. No Jesse Bates anymore. I feel like the Niners offense has become a new thing. That's gonna be the Niners offense is gonna be just as good as its defense, and I feel like that this might be a win for the 49ers.
Which would put them 6-2.
Yeah. Next up, 49ers Jaguars.
I don't know.
I think it's gonna be another 49ers win. When you're held together by Trevor Lawrence. I mean, with Calvin Ridley there, I think actually I'm gonna give it to the Jaguars.
Because I just think the Jaguars are gonna win because Trevor Lawrence to Calvin Ridley might be unstoppable this year.
If they can play. The NFL is full of what ifs, guys. So the Niners could go 0-17. They could go 17-0.
Yeah, you just never know. Like the Chiefs, they could go 0-17 and lose by a point every single game.
Which I would be so happy about.
Same.
So, and actually, funny story about this year's 49ers team. They have a Christmas game. It's actually Christmas Day game. Christmas Eve Day game, I guess you'd say, the next week. And then they also, and then they have, I believe they have a game in Germany too.
The Patriots have a game in Germany as well.
I don't know. Either that or they have a London game. No. And they also have a Thanksgiving game.
Yep.
And then they have a game 2 days before before Halloween.
Oh wait, no, they do not have a Thanksgiving game, I don't think.
Yeah, they do.
Against who?
The Seahawks.
Against the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is Buccaneers 49ers.
49ers are going to destroy the Bucs.
And Nick Bosa is going to plant another flag on Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hilarious. But this time he's going to plant a real flag. I just have a feeling.
Yeah.
Especially because they're at Levi.
So
Baker Mayfield's going to get crushed. Next up is 49ers. This is going to split this series.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are going to start off hot and win this game.
The who?
The Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks.
So wait.
7-4.
7-3 or 7-4?
7-4.
Yeah. Okay. Next is Eagles 49ers.
This is gonna be a crazy close game.
It was close until Purdy got injured. I think I'm gonna give this one to the Niners. I feel like the Eagles are going.
Some guys.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like that. They're just going to have just a tad downgrade. Like they were the number 1 seed in the NFC this year. They're gonna go down to maybe 3 or 4. I feel like there's going to be like some tone-setting game that messes them up for a couple games, and I think they're just going to derail for like just a couple games. And I feel like that the start is going to be a surprising win for the Niners.
Yeah.
Next up is the Seahawks again. We said split, goes to the Niners.
Which would make them, let's see.
9-4.
9-4.
No, 9-5.
9-5, yeah.
5 or 4? Wait, let me check.
9-5.
4.
4?
Because we had Vikings, Bengals, Jaguars, Seahawks.
We had Cowboys, Vikings, Jaguars, Seahawks.
Oh, yeah. So 9-5, 9-5. My bad. Next up, Niners, Cardinals, sweep. Niners win that one. 10-5.
Ravens, 49ers win that one.
OBJ is not going to be that guy in that game.
10-5, 49ers.
That's Christmas. That's Christmas at Levi's Stadium. So that's going to be something.
49ers win that one.
So that puts them at 11-5. Actually, I'm going to say that they win out after they lose to Seattle on November 23rd. They beat the Eagles, beat the Seahawks, beat the Cardinals, beat the Ravens, beat the Commanders, beat the Rams, ending off at a great 12-5 record, which will be enough for the number 1 seed this year.
3 to 5 seed out.
I think they're gonna. I think the NFC is not gonna do as well, and I think they're gonna be the number 1 seed this year.
Maybe.
I don't think there's any team that is gonna perform better. I think their only threat.
I think the Eagles might have a better record.
It also might be the it could also come down to Eagles, Niners. I think are both gonna be 12-5, but I think the Niners are gonna have a better divisional record.
Yeah.
And they beat the Eagles.
Isn't that hard?
And they beat the Eagles.
The Eagles division.
1 sec. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And once again, thank you so much for 51 subs. Peace out, goats.